we're going to be flying to Illinois. We're doing a meetup with Working Class Bowhunter Podcast.
I looked to drive out here, it would have taken us almost 9 hours. Even, if it takes us 3 hours, 30 minutes, that's still better than 9 hours. But yeah, my instructor told me once, he's like, time to spare, go by air.
Are you in a red truck? We're just freezing. Yup, I'm not ready for this weather. I don't have long johns. I don't have a coat. Doggone. Nice to meet you, Austin. Nice to meet you. I like that. Nice. You probably know already by the title of this video, but we're going to be flying to Illinois. We're doing a meetup with Working Class Bowhunter Podcast. We are building a national company here. I was looking at a statewide thing, but now it's blown up way bigger than that. And yeah, we're going to take this thing, and recognition is going to be all across the country. Right now, across all boards, I think we have 50,000 followers, and you guys have been watching all kinds of content that we're producing. I really do appreciate that. When I say that, I mean it, because it's like there's so much content that you can consume nowadays, and for you guys to watch us, it really means a lot. So we're gonna head to the airport, and we're gonna fly ourselves to Illinois. Come along, enjoy the ride, because it's cool. Let's do it. Do you have sunglasses?
No.
Gotta go get back and get Kevin sunglasses. Here you go.
Yeah.
Do you have energy drink?
I don't.
Are we gonna go back again? Do you need energy drink?
I mean...
Boom.
Yeah.
Pulled one out from the bottom. Actually, we can get coffee there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got Folgers. What's the good stuff? I guess that's the burnt stuff, is what Kevin's been telling
goodness.
me. Drinking burnt Folgers. Here it is. This is the baby. This is a beautiful, efficient airplane, let me tell you. It's called a Vans RB-10. Alrighty, folks, we have arrived at the legit studio, I guess. I've never been on a podcast that has its own sign outside. Nice. Oh, dude, that thing looks good already. Doggone. You are not kidding. You got this thing decked out.
Yeah, and it's always changing, so, we just went to Africa, and there's other animals and stuff.
Yeah.
This is the green room, where, it sounds better than here. And then this is the actual...
How's it going? I'm Mike.
Mike, I'm Austin.
Nice to meet you, Austin.
Eric, man.
Nice to meet you, Eric. Yeah. Doggone. That's cool. Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun and cozy, and...
I like that. The green. Dude, look at that thing. I mean, that's a big deer.
all our deer seem like they're crammed down here. They kind of are. We're starting to fill this section up really heavily to make to where we can fit everything. But we have the neighboring building now too. We're gonna connect them, and it needs renovated and all that. But
This looks cool.
yeah, full stereo system, new TV. So we got all the we blare music in here and just have fun and stuff like that. So it's a good time. All right, fellas.
We just walked inside checking out the Working Class Bowhunter Podcast. I'm telling you what, this thing is legit inside there. We got signage, we got mounts all over the place, TVs, a little bar. Come on. At a podcast room? Yeah, it's legit, okay?
And the guys are all like diehard like hunters, I can tell.
Oh yeah, they're serious. They talk hunting probably from getting up in the morning till going to sleep. So hey, that's cool. I like it. And I'm getting cold, so let's go.
Our guest of the hour
Is Mike Yoder. from Drone Deer Recovery.
You actually rode a drone to the studio.
You could almost say it was because it was on autopilot most of the way here.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
You flew a plane here.
Yep.
That good.
Thanks for being here in studio. Is this the first one you've done in studio?
First one in studio.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go.
Okay, we'll take that.
That's a W in our book.
Yeah.
We'll probably do a way poorer job at interviewing you. You got all the way here. How do you get into it? Like, how did it come about?
Are we going all the way back for like?
Let's go wherever you need to take it.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. From the beginning.
When were you born?
Yep. I was born as an Amish boy, right? I used to go to school with a little pony and cart, but never thought that I would be able to get into aviation myself. Got my pilot's license, flew across the country a couple times, and one day I was sitting in a kitchen with my friend, and he's talking about hiring a thermal drone to do roof inspections. And I was like, well, I thought about getting a thermal drone to look for deer. He's like, well, I think you should do it. Then I started getting on YouTube and like searching it. And I found a guy I bought a cheaper drone, $7,500. I was like, I don't want to go all in if the community isn't going to support it.
Okay.
And so I made a short little video of me finding deer on my land and took it to the Mount Hope Outdoor Show. And it was nuts. Like, I literally ran out of literature. I called my wife. I was like, go to Staples, get more business cards.
Go to Kiko's.
Yeah, yep. And, oh, dude, it was that wild. Yep, ran out, had 2 cards left. Wife showed up with more. Then I was good to go. But that told me that there's going to be support in this, and then I went all out. Yeah. But before I launched, I was like, I got to build a brand on this because nobody else has done it. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, Drone Deer Recovery is what it is now because nobody else had thought about it.
There's going to be people that either already do abuse the technology of drones for deer hunting. There's guys out there that are abusing it somewhere. No. Imagine the amount of relationships and family disputes.
Dude, I just looked for one. Okay, so
let's talk about it.
Yeah, this guy, they're Amish people. A guy comes from New York, goes to Southern Ohio. They bought a hunt. Maybe this is too personal. Maybe I'm not allowed to share it.
You've been pretty vague so far.
But, well, I'm trying to think about
Amish
it because
guys hunting. Don't
yeah.
know.
Okay. So they bought a hunt for like a fundraiser, and now that the one family is from New York, the other is from Southern Ohio. He comes from New York down. They end up shooting a buck, hitting him, not a good hit, have me come out, locate it. Now the family that sold the hunt is like, oh boy, this is the biggest buck we've ever had in this area. Now they want to shoot the buck. Just the original shooter.
The buck is alive when you find it.
Correct, but it's injured. So now they come up with, so I leave, and then they're trying to figure out, you know, can they make a move on this deer again because it's obviously injured and they're wanting to dispatch it. Well, what happens is they put 2 guys out there and they end up putting another 2 arrows in them, and the other arrow was from the family that didn't originally like buy the hunt. The deer's still not dead to this day, but it was a dispute. Like
3 arrows in it?
Yeah, 3 arrows through it. And they were trying to figure out whose deer it is now because of the size. If it would have been a small 8-pointer, yeah, no big deal. But yep, but now they're like, whose deer is it? We can get into like, well, what's ethical about, you know, now I find the deer and should you go shoot it? This was sad, dude. Like, since I've had a child, watching something that legendary, pain, laying down, and he's like, I don't want to die, but I don't feel good. And so for me to watch that, be like, oh my gosh, it was just,
It's brutal.
it is a little brutal. Yep.
I cannot believe how
people need to
good
see
the
that part of
picture
it.
is.
Yeah.
That is mind-blowing, man.
I'm telling you.
Were you a big hunter before this?
Yeah, I hunted a lot. What does that mean?
Do all Amish people hunt? I don't know
Oh
what
my
they think about-
gosh. Do Amish people hunt?
No, do all of them hunt?
Oh, I would say 98% of them probably. Yeah.
So if like a deer's bedded or it's a dead deer, can you be like, bedded, that one's bedded?
Oh yeah.
Like you can tell right away
Yeah,
if it's bedded or dead.
Yeah. Well, no, I can see if they're bedded or standing.
Okay.
But I can also see if they're dead if they're flat.
Yeah.
Because not all deer die flat.
Right.
Like,
So if he's bedded, you take a little time, you're like, this might be him.
yes.
Scope it out.
Yeah.
and then you go on.
Yeah.
All right, and then somebody calls, say I call, hey man, hit a buck, can you come out and find him? what, for you to come out, like, will you travel anywhere that you know it's legal to do this? Like, say it's 3 hours away, would you travel 3 hours, a 3-hour drive to do a recovery? Or
I'll consider it, but it's going to be a lot more than just my normal cost because, like, I had guys in Indiana want me to come out there. I have no problem coming out there, but you're going to pay me the time that it would be if I could do searches at home.
right?
So if it takes me 4 hours to drive one way and 4 hours back, that's 8 hours. I can do a lot of searches in 8 hours in my home area, and I do a bunch of them. So it just wouldn't make sense for me to drive that far if you're not willing to spend a few thousand.
So
What-
just on a curiosity's sake, like what is your home rate? Like if you're within an hour of your home place, what's it cost to have you come out and look?
$450 to just look, and another $100 if I find it, and then you got mileage on there as well.
I don't feel like that's that
you
bad.
usually
I think
tip,
that's
too.
super
It's
fair.
not, yeah,
That's
it's not.
super fair.
Yeah.
Because
If you spend thousands on your property, on your blinds, on your gear, on your bow, and on and on and on, what is a few $100 if you put an arrow in one of your hit box? It's like, come on.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
yeah, you're finishing up the job.
And you
started.
find it in,
Go.
what, less than an hour usually?
Oh yeah. If the deer is dead, usually I find it in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
That's so incredible.
instead of
But if
walking
the
8 miles.
yeah, if the deer is alive, it might take longer.
Gut shot deer, look by water.
Yeah, it's like, no. I mean, you just seen that big buck lay his head down? There was not water anywhere close to there. Then that's where he died.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's interesting.
Yeah. I was hired to come find a buck that this guy has had on his farm for 3 or 4 years. And he showed up on camera with an injury in his shoulder and coyotes killing the buck. And he's like, Mike, I can't let the coyotes eat this buck. Like, I know this buck, and I need to know where he is, like, now. He's dead. He's convinced he's dead. And
So he had him on trail camera
big deer.
with the coyotes on him.
Yes.
How long from the trail camera photo to when he called you?
It was probably 6 hours. He was injured. We don't know what the injury is for sure, but my gut feeling is I believe that somebody tried poaching the deer. And he has an injury that is getting him down, and the coyotes can smell him, and he isn't able to move like he would normally. This is the only buck that he has wanted to shoot and kill for the last 3 years. And now the thing's gonna die and be pooped out by coyotes. He's not having it. So he hires me out to find this buck, and I am going to fly to Cincinnati with my drone and find this buck. I'm just not gonna quit till I find him. And I did find the buck. Big deer, like probably in the 200s. And the coyotes had not killed him yet when I found him, but he was completely downgraded already. And
Bedded?
yeah, he bedded flat, not good. Like deer don't like laying flat, and you could see where his feet were going back and forth, like he's
Trying to get
struggling,
up.
and he's trying to get up. Yep, and
Were there coyotes around him when you found him?
yep. We found the coyotes about 75 to 100 yards from where he was laying. The sad story of this whole thing is, he got permission from the neighbor to go recover the deer because he felt like he's gonna die there, and he wasn't there the next day. So
Really?
it's like,
So you moved.
yeah, you know, the coyotes may have moved in once it got
True,
dark,
true.
and he got that adrenaline, got him back up, and went on.
So no conclusion. to that
No,
story.
yep, just freaking hanging out there. It's like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's insane.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Kev, Kurt, thank you.
Pleasure meeting
You guys are welcome back anytime.
Alrighty.
Anytime you want to fly your jet in. Pretty high end.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys need sponsors, but sponsor them. It'd be really nice. See you guys.
Safe travels. You too. Here we go, boys. On to the next one. Alrighty, we got her put away. Close up the hanger. Call it a wrap. And that's it. We'll see you on the next one.